Paul, out of the FA Cup against Premier League opposition, how did you see it?
They were a little bit better than us. Is a fair reflection of the game. I asked the lads to not have any regrets, not to get in their car and look in the wing mirror and think, oh, tonight I didn't turn up. I thought our lads turned up and give a pretty good display of themselves. So I'm proud of that. But so did West Ham. So fundamentally, they have better players than us, quicker players than ours. And cut us open on a few occasions, really, which we expected because we asked them to press high, and you've got to get cut off every now and again. But in fairness, I thought first half we were a little bit unlucky to go in 1-0 down. I didn't really think it was a fair reflection in the first half. I didn't think we got onto second balls as quick as I would have liked. And some of our attacks sort of fizzled out, whereas I think against different opposition we might have pulled the trigger or fired the ball in. So in that respect, but generally I was really pleased with them. And it's disappointing that we concede so early in the second half, takes the gas out of them really. But and then obviously I just made changes on 60 minutes, which I was always intending to do. It was always a difficult one, whether to play your best players, that sounds awful, but your lads who have been playing more consistently, or to give other ones a chance. And then you're always caught between a rock and a hard place. So we went strong, but I always intended to make 5 subs on an hour really. Unfortunately, it was Birdie came off with a groin, so that's very disappointing. So moved Corey into the middle of the pitch to get him used to potentially he could play there on Saturday for us. So overall, I'm rambling, sorry. I was really pleased with the performance. In parts, we looked brilliant, passed the ball really well, played some really good stuff at times. We just didn't have enough guile in the final third, is probably fair to say.
And at no point did they get downhearted. I mean, the attitude of the group is spot on.
Yeah, an amazing group. I said it to them before, and they're an amazing group, and they should be proud of their efforts. And I always ask them when I go in, what do you think? And they said, look, Gaffer, we give everything we had. So what more can I ask? In fairness, they're Premier League players for a reason, and we're League One for a reason. In fairness, that sounds a bit brutal, but there is a difference, a disparity in the standards, and it isn't like being League One at Derby. It's like they're coming to this really tight pitch and it's ugly, and it's a Premier League ground. So the West Ham players can come here and express themselves, and I thought they did at times. Though we tried our best to stop them, and I thought at times we expressed ourselves really well. And a couple of times, if we would have ended up with a goal from some of our play, it would have been scintillating. So look, there's a lot of good things. I'm disappointed to come out, obviously. I mean, Man U away would have been an easy draw. We'd have obviously gone through that quite easily and gone on to the next round. So I bet Man United are buzzing that we're out, but that's how it is. The lads played well. I asked them to give everything they've got, great support. I appreciate everyone who stayed behind and clapped the team off. It means a lot. And we bounce back for, hopefully, a win on Saturday.
It's your first defeat in 90 minutes since October, a 19-game run. That's worth reflecting on because you've come a long way in that time, haven't you?
Yeah, the lads have really bought in. Like I said when I first joined with my coaching staff, look, we're relationship guys. We're a slow burn. I understand that. We don't come in with a machine gun and start shooting legs off and that. And I feel like the lads have bought into what we want. They press the way we want them to press. Obviously, Tony's probably a little bit behind the curve because he hasn't been here very long, but generally the lads get what we want, I think. We have a good open relationship with the lads, and I feel like they've been in pretty scintillating form. And I still think in parts tonight they were really good. It's just the fact that we lost to a much better team. No shame in that. But they have been in really good form, and every time they go out they think they're going to win, and it's it's good to be around a group like that. They're really professional in everything they do, and we'll get them in the morning. Have a look at where we could have done better and then prepare again for the weekend. But yeah, they've been on an amazing run, and I don't even count this as a defeat really on our amazing run. Losing at home to West Ham is like no shame, so we'll pretend this one didn't happen and we'll say we're undefeated in the league for quite a while. But good things could happen at this club. It's a great club to work at. The lads, like I said, are brilliant. They give everything every week, and I don't think anyone could leave the ground tonight and say, look, the players didn't try hard. They tried as hard as they could, but unfortunately they were just outclassed in the crucial moments.
Yeah, not lost in the league for 3 months either. You touched on Max Bird. I know it's early and he has to get checked and stuff, but how concerned are you?
Yeah, pretty. Well, I am concerned because I think he's fundamental to our success. He's been amazing from the start of the season. I think he's played. I might have took him off once just for the fun of it, but I think he's virtually played every minute since I've been here. So he'd be a huge loss, and that is always the worry. We're trying to bring better players in this window. We've still got another 24 hours or whatever left, so we'll do that. But You know, you don't want to be losing to Max Bird. He might only be out for 2 weeks, a bit like Sibbs, really. Sibbs' groin, I think it's a similar sort of thing, but he felt it, and it's, you know, Birdie's pretty physically resilient, so it's always a concern when, you know, one of the gladiators goes down. So we'll assess him tomorrow. He'll get scanned, and we'll know more, you know, probably in 24, 36 hours time, 48 hours time, sorry. So, but it is a concern because, you know, he doesn't normally feel anything, so we'll have a look at him tomorrow.
I know David McGoldrick, how's he?
Yeah, he had problem with his knee. Joined in training, obviously not joined in, started training on Friday, pulled out because he was sore, and we haven't seen him back on the training pitch yet. He's fine, straight line running, but when he kicks a ball, and unfortunately it's football, so he's going to have to kick a ball, and so that's the downside. If it was a tennis, it'd be fine if he couldn't kick a football, but so we have to look at him day by day. So hopefully he'll be a bit better tomorrow. We're hoping that he should be available for the weekend, which would be a right boost.